You got some true Minnesota today. Woo-hoo, true Minnesota, all right. Yeah, because I tell you what, I got about halfway up 52 around Cannonball. And that was a few more miles behind me than was in front of me. If it had not been, I'd turn around. I kept seeing cars around the highway, and I'm like, Lord, okay, well, I got to go across that same spot where that car just spit out at. And then there's one person that was ahead of me kept on putting on the brakes. I'm like, don't do that. Because I mean, I got to put on the brakes too. I know I'm not supposed to do that when I'm driving in the ice like that. But yeah, it was an adventure. But y'all just pray for me. And thank you for coming out here. Thank you for coming today. Now next Saturday will be our installation, leadership training. And right after leadership training, on that Sunday we have installation. Okay? So you come to leadership training, you'll be installed next Sunday for your leadership position. Okay? So come to leadership training on Saturday. What time is it, Jay? From 9 to 11? Okay. 11-ish. Okay. And then we have a financial fitness workshop right after that. Okay? All right. I want to just talk for a few minutes about built to last. Built to last. And I'm just going to use as just as a backdrop of this text, just Psalm 121, and then Psalm 121, NIV version. Psalm 121. We're not going to read it right now. It will come somewhere in the sermon. What the Lord say, put it, that's why I put it. But the main idea is built to last. Now, let me give you a warning. I have a problem saying some words. I'm from the South, okay? And I think Bishop could help me out if I say it wrong. Y'all can correct me too. But I used to say furniture. I used to say furniture. But it's not furniture here. Okay, y'all hear me out. So if I say furniture, y'all correct me and say furniture. Okay? That's my warning, okay? Now just help me out. Because I need to talk about this company that specializes in resilient furniture. And as they advertise this resilient furniture, they advertise it as being simple, sturdy, water-resistant tables and chairs. Simple, sturdy, water-resistant tables and chairs. No fancy kind of stuff in any kind of way, just simple, sturdy, water-resistant tables and chairs. Nothing fancy about them, but they do say this. They say, in the brochure it says, but they're built to last. They're not cheap, but they're built to last. When I say not cheap, they're about $60. Either plain, just a plain white folding chair is about $60. They're not as pretty as the office chairs you can buy down at Sam's or another office supply company. They're not as pretty. But about the same price, you get the same kind of chair from Sam's or the office supply company, but it's not as sturdy. Most of those chairs do not have a long lifespan. You find yourself having to buy them again and again. But these chairs, they advertise them as being simple, sturdy, water resistant, not fancy, but they're built to last. There is something to be said for basic, unadorned resiliency. Here it is. The ability to get through, to get over, to thrive after trouble, after trials, after tribulations. In this sense, sturdy beats stylish every time.
All right. Yes.
I said sturdy beats stylish every time. USA Today weekend, they did a cover story a few years ago on the subject of resiliency. And they asked the question, why do some people bounce and others break? Why do some people bounce and others break? Well, the article noted how some people who experience trauma, they withdraw into a shell, while others facing the same crisis not only bounce back, but they bounce back stronger than ever before. Amen. They talked about how resiliency is being studied in universities and taught in corporate seminars. Resiliency, the article said, could become the most important skill in the 21st century, especially during the age of President Donald Trump. And I'm gonna call him who he is, President Donald Trump. He's 45, but he's still president. But during this time, resiliency, built to last, is going to be the most important thing, especially as we go through this year. But why is it? Why do some people break down while others bounce back? Amen. That is true. Some people break down while others bounce back. Now, unlike furniture, I don't think it has to do with our design. A chair can only be as strong as it was made to be. A chair can't decide to be more resilient or less resilient. But we, on the other hand, we have access to support beyond ourselves. Yeah. Our design, our emotional makeup, resulting from parental or social influences. I don't care what you come through, where you come from. These things can be overcome. A person who is naturally weak and easily discouraged don't have to stay that way. There's a verse in Philippians that is so often quoted, and sometimes its meaning is overlooked. Paul is talking about being able to face hard times as well as good times. And he states very confidently, he said, I can do everything through Christ, through him who gives me the strength. I can do all things. Many times we know that, but we overlook it. I can do everything, all things, through Christ who strengthened me. Resiliency often comes down to a decision. Whose strength are you going to rely on? Whose strength are we relying on right now? Am I relying on my own strength? Or am I relying on the strength of God? One of the wonderful truths about the gospel message is that if you will look to God for strength, if you will look to God for strength, I'm a witness, he'll give it to you. Yes, sir. It should have been at least 5 more people to say amen. Let me try it again. If you will look to God for strength, he will give it to you. As we look at this psalm that emphasizes a wonderful reality of a God-centered life. This is one of the few psalms that probably wasn't written by King David. It was probably written by Hezekiah. It's a beautiful song of God's grace over us. And as we read the song, I want you to listen at the song. He said, I will lift up my eyes. This is the NIV version. I will lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber indeed. He who watches over Israel will never slumber nor sleep. Here it is again. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. Look, did you notice the phrase there that kept on recurring over and over again? Watch over. That's the NIV. Watch over. It appears 5 times in this particular psalm. Watch over. This is what God does. He watches over us. We live in his grace. I know we've heard this song from a distance. God is watching us. That's what the chorus said. The chorus said, God is watching us. God is watching us from a distance. That song has a nice message, but it's not completely accurate. God is watching us, but not from a distance. Can I tell you something? God is watching us, but he's right here, right now. He's not observing you through a telescope as you face the uncertainties of life. He's right here with us right now. He's not viewing you through a satellite when you go through the fiery trials of life. He's with you right now. And the psalm says he's offering shade from the sun and relief from the heat. He's not watching you from a remote heaven as you face the darkest hours of your life. He's right here, right now. Even the darkest night can't hurt you. The psalm is written from the perspective of a pilgrim on a journey to Jerusalem. And he most likely is going to worship and to sacrifice at the temple. And he expects that in the course of his journey, he will face some stressful situation. And he affirms his faith that God is watching over him and God will take care of him. In our journey through life, God is watching over us. And guess what? He promises. He promises to take care of us. And as we look at the symbolism of these verses in Psalm 121, God watches over us when life is uncertain. God watches over us when the heat is on. God watches over us in our darkest hours. Yes. We all experience tragedies in our life. We all experience some sorrows. No one is immune to tragedy and sorrow. We see this on a personal level, and now we see it on a national level. Storms are inevitable. They may take the shape of economic downturns or even natural disasters or even physical hardships or any number of things that we can't predict. But we can predict that storms will happen. We don't know what the future holds, but we do know this: no storm can decimate the people of God. I need somebody to know who built the land right there to say amen. I said, we don't know what the future holds, but we do know that no storm can decimate the people of God. We can't continue to stand regardless of what comes our way. We're going to continue to stand because we are built to last. In order to be built to last, I need to remind us that we need to surrender our life to God. Strive to be reconciled with those who we have conflict. Built to last means you take drastic steps to eradicate sin from your life. Built to last means you keep the promises that you make to other people. And even to yourselves. Built to last means you treat your enemies with loving kindness. Built to last means that you give until it hurts. Being built to last means that you put God at the top of your priority list. As the songwriter said, I make room for two. Being built to last says, stop judging other people and take a look at yourself. Being built to last means that we aggressively ask, seek, and knock for opportunity to serve. Being built to last means that we treat others like we wish to be treated. Being built to last means means that we strive to do God's will.
Oh, yeah.
We strive to do God's will. Well, it may surprise you, but I'm going to say something now. In closing, and this especially was inspired by some writings from Dr. King. And in closing, and I can say closing 3-4 times, but in closing. Dr. King said this. He said, not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great. Because greatness is not determined by service. Because greatness is determined by service. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great. Because greatness is determined by service. That's his quote. Dr. King also said, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Well, many times I hear people say something along the line, my heart goes out. My heart goes out. My heart goes out to the lost. My heart goes out to the poor. My heart goes out to the homeless. My heart goes out to the orphans. My heart goes out to the persecuted Christians. My heart goes out to the children of single parents' homes. My heart goes out to victims of abuse. And on, my heart goes out. But my response is, it's good that your heart goes out to them.